Hello, Achron fans! This is Shadow333 with...
If-Stick, yes, that's right.
And we are casting another Achron match, this time on Desecrated Temple against Kron and Pickley, or Kron versus Pickley.
Is it Kron's starting on the north side and Pickley on the east side?
So Kron's in the 12 o'clock position, and Pickley is in the 3 o'clock position. Pickley is going Vecchir, and Kron has not chosen a race that we can see yet. She's gone for a perfect start, so she's still hanging out at the start of the timeline, and we don't know exactly what she's playing yet. Although she is playing CISO.
Yes. She often goes CISO. It's like, I've never seen her play as anything else. So, it's not exactly unexpected. Kron's building 3 RPs on LC, an importer, and a factory. It looks like she might be going for a rush, and Pickley's gone pretty economic heavy. He's going to have a hard time countering the rush if that is what Kron is going for.
Yes, it's been a very popular rush nowadays where players get 3 importers and go for heavy infantry, although she is going for an early factory, so that seems less likely. She's probably going for the more popular and more standby Lancer rush, which has been very popular since the game has been out. And that will be a bit harder for Pickley to intercept unless he starts building Teth of the Years right about now.
Yeah, he's going to have to start building a depot very quickly, and I think he has the resources to do it. I don't know what he's focusing on.
Actually, it looks like Kron is sending out an ATHC to scout around to figure out where Pickley is, along with a special op. And so it looks like she's actually going for an ATHC heavy build. Oh, sorry. No, she's going for ATHC for the first, and then Lancer Rush after that. So she is going for a Lancer Rush, while Pickley hasn't actually built anything further yet. He's still about 30 seconds behind Kron. He has a depot coming up very soon, and he has quite a few, well, quite safe resources, but he still needs to get enough of the military to hold off the rush coming in, while Kron has enough resources to build a couple more Lancers. She has, at the point in time I'm looking at, 56 Liquid Crystal, while Pickley has 95 Liquid Crystal and 30 Q Plasma, so Pickley does have a much healthier economy, of course, but he's going to have to hold on to it if he wants to stay in this game.
Yeah, it takes a long time for RPs to pay for themselves, so the more you build in RPs, the longer it's going to take for you to get your resources back, and the longer you're going to be undefended, like have a smaller army.
Oh, and it looks like Pickley's going for very quick air, very fast aerial control center at 2 minutes in the game, so he's going to be going... Looks of it, he has a Teth Pulsar coming in, so he's anticipating a Lancer Rush. He's probably seen that Kron is playing CISO, and anticipating a Lancer Rush is a very safe strategy. So Teth Pulsar will be very good for countering that. He doesn't have any infantry coming up, however. He does have the resources for it, but he hasn't gone and built it yet. Looks like he's building more resource processors while waiting. And the aerial control center is just about done. It has finished, so we'll see now if he's going to build some air units soon, or if he's still going to wait on that.
Does he have the resources to build air units?
He doesn't have the Q Plasma to build air units, but he does have the resources to get some Shinvirs, which he can then use to make some air units. And it looks like Kron's actually set herself up about 15 seconds behind Pickley. But it doesn't look like she's actually taken advantage of this. She's merely sending her scouts around with a bit more control. It looks like she has Lancer and HHC set up that are scouting around the map.
I don't think Kron quite knows where Pickley is right now because of the random starting locations. So she's scouting the map, trying to find out where he is. Has Pickley scouted out where Kron is?
I'm not sure if he has, but the fact that he has a Teth Pulsar does make me think that he knows Kron is playing CISO. I'm just going to double check far into the future. It looks like neither of the players has actually gone an Echo Scout into the either one's base. Though it's hard to tell, it's quite likely that the Echo Scout was cancelled, being that that's what Echo Scouts do. Looking around the timeline, it doesn't look like any of the time waves have propagated an attack, so neither player has actually gone forward with an attack to the other one yet. But Kron does have a second Lancer coming in, and she's likely to have been building a third when she was heading, so I think she's going to be building... Like I said, she is going for a Lancer Rush. She's going actually a bit more economic insurance below this Lancer Rush, though, which is quite interesting. She's quite... Right next to the Unplayable Past, it looks like she knows where Pickley is, simply by process of elimination, and right next to the Unplayable Past, it appears that she is sending out an attack. Yes, she is. There's a Lancer Rush going in right at the edge of the Unplayable Past, a delayed attack, So Pickley won't even know this is coming until after it hits, and he's going to have barely any time to respond to it, if at all. His Teth Pulsar has not been built yet, but it's going to be coming up very soon. Looks like it has about 10 seconds or so before it comes up. The Lance Rush is going to be in right now, or in a couple seconds.
Yeah. Pickley, he does a very good job of Pickley for choosing to build Teth Pulsars, just in case to counter any of Kron's Lancer rushes. But it looks like it's not quite in the right place to attack the Lancer. It was attacked by the ATHC, which then cloaked, and it went for the Lancer, but it got destroyed before it was able to do any damage. The second Teth Pulsar still looks like it's about 30 seconds away. This is looking really, really bad for Pickley right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Pickley's trying to get Gate Tech or anything in the future. He does have, further in the future, he does seem to be in a better position. He looks like he will recover, but that's on the one part of the time wave. The other part of the time wave where Kron is looking, he's in a much more dire situation. He's lost his aerial control center. He seems to have beaten back the attack. And actually, it looks like he's managed to control... It looks like... Has he managed to control his Teth Veer in, or Teth Pulsar in? Because it looks like he's managed... Yes, he's actually getting more Teth Veers, and a Shin Veer as well, for detecting the cloaked unit. And it looks like he's actually managing to hold off the attack as it comes into his base. Yes, it is. He sent the Teth Pulsar out. So Teth Pulsar is doing some damage. This is further back again. This is, for people watching, this is still about a minute before we were watching before. And it looks like, yes, a Teth Pulsar coming in. Even the Zion Pulsar, I think, is coming in. Yeah, the Zion Veer, sorry. The Zion Veer is coming in. Not the Zion Pulsar, of course. It can't attack air. But the Zion Veer is coming in. Destroyed the Lancer. The ATHC is still close, but the Shin Veer will be remedying that very quickly. Looks like, if we fast forward, we'll see it coming in and being very useful very quickly. The Shin Veer has come in. Now the ATHC is being destroyed. The Lancer is going to be destroyed very quickly as well by the Teth Pulsar. So it looks like this rush has been held off very effectively by Pickley. Very well done. Wow, that was close.
Yeah, and Kron started building another factory and has another importer on the field. She's going to start building more and more troops very soon. Pickley's going to have to start focusing on building more units as soon as he can. But you'll notice he's got a Shin Pulsar, moving around the field, maybe scouting for Kron's location. Maybe it's going to start tapping. Yeah,
it's seeing Kron's location. It's going to start tapping RPs right now. Oh, wow. Okay, so at this point, both players are actually attacking each other. There is a foundation up for Pickley, so his Teth Pulsar has been almost completely healed up, but this special off is doing quite a bit of damage. So the foundation continuing to heal up, while the Shin Pulsar is scouting around, making sure that Kron hasn't taken her third, and now attacking Kron's main, but it has been knocked down, so the Shin Veer is trying to run away, retreat so it doesn't get killed in the process, and then hopefully get back to its own base, so that can actually re-enter a vehicle and continue to fight. At this point, Kron actually has a very safe economy. The point in time I'm looking at, which I'm actually going to focus on her, she has 215 LC, 54 QP, and she actually has a Lancer and Tornado coming in to try to take care of the Shin Veer, so the Shin Veer is going to die very quickly, unfortunate for it, but of course Kron is going to be going for that, so it looks like Pickley at this point really needs to build up some more. He has quite a few resources in reserves himself. He doesn't have a lot of Q Plasma, but he has a lot of Liquid Crystal, so he can build a lot of infantry to work in the meantime, and he's also getting a couple more Shin Pulsars in his depot. They'll be coming out in about 5 seconds, and it looks like he's got his harassment forces rebuilt, so he is going to try harassing further, but at this point Kron is going for a second rush, or second attack with the Tornado and Lancer. There needs to be more anti-air. The Teth Pulsar has been fully healed, but it's still not going to be enough against the Tornadoes. 2 Tornadoes, actually, and a Lancer. The Teth Pulsar on its own will not be enough against this, even with the healing. So the Shin Pulsars are coming in, they're attacking to the middle, and it looks like they actually will be intercepting this rush before it happens, or attack before it happens, I should say. Or not, they're actually moving fast. They didn't attack move.
They're moving up towards Kron's base. I wonder if maybe he's going to use them to strategically strike Kron's RPs, but they're defended now, and Kron's sending in a Tornado attack force with a single Lancer up towards Pickley's base. But they're going back now. They're going to defend Kron's base. I don't know. This doesn't look great for Pickley, but he's got a lot of units in the depot right now. And auto defense, so he's in a pretty defensive position right now, even though Kron has quite a large army and has 2 factories building units. And a macro fab on the way with